We are going to check how to troubleshoot Helix Innovation Suite on-prem pipeline failing due to pod is failing to start. Now let's check further. Now in this scenario of troubleshooting a pipeline deployment issues when the pod is failing to start, there are various reasons due to which a pod can fail to start. However, in this particular scenario, we will see one of that particular use case which causes a platform FTS pod is not able to start. One of the reason here is a wrong certificate being used other than the CSRts file which BMC recommends. As you can see over here in this current pipeline, this particular pipeline is performing remedy platform deploy. Now further, when we go to the remedy platform deploy console output, it says that this particular pipeline is waiting for a platform SR to be up. Now it indicates that this particular pipeline is just waiting. We don't know why it is waiting. So let's get inside the particular cluster. Let's run the commands. As you can see, I've run the command kubectl get pods for that particular namespace. It says platform FTS, 2 of the 3 containers are running and it is not completely up. So one of the container is failing to start. Now let's try to run the same command again. kubectl get pod for that particular namespace. As you can see, it still shows 2 out of 3 is running. It's been 41 minutes since this particular pod is trying to start up. It's a quite a long time compared to the normal service startup of a Remedy AR server service. It generally takes around average 10 minutes to start this particular process. And after that, we should see this particular platform FTS to be up and running. Now, to get some more details, we can try to describe this particular pod to see whether we can get some more details out of it. So when I just describe this particular pod, you can see that it is trying to deploy multiple things. These are basically the config parameters which are available for this particular image. So once you go further down the line, you can see this is the warning unhealthy state, and it indicates that the readiness probe is failed for this particular pod. Now it indicates the readiness probe is failed, but it doesn't tell us that what has caused for this particular pod from starting up. So now let's try to get the logs for this particular pod. Let me just try to get the pod name as is. Now, as it says, you will need to put some containers. So you can use -c platform as it's running through the platform container. So now, as you can see, in this particular startup, there are a lot of 90 errors, communication errors, as we know that remedy service is failing to start. Now let's try to see it earlier, that why exactly it has failed to start. Now let's try to go up in the order just to see what is happening. So as you can see over here, they are giving some kind of errors which are related to could not create the default SSL context. Further, in this particular communication, just to get some more details, we can see that constructed through an exception, nested exception is could not create the default SSL context. So as you can see, this error is repeating. If you will just scroll up or scroll down, it is just calling some trust store issues or issues related to the cert that you have used. Even if we will scroll up further in this particular log output, we will see the same error repeating again and again. So this indicates me there is some wrong thing or something wrong with respect to the certificate that I've used. Now, as the pipeline is running, we can just go back to the pipeline. We can try to see the parameters. So what I did is I've just been to this particular pipeline. I've just clicked on the parameters. So when I just go up to the certificate where we have applied the certificate, let us see. So as you can see, CSRts file, the provided CSRts file is over here. Now over here, instead of using CSRts file as it is recommended, I have used this digicert global CSRT CRT file. So as our documentation says for the CSRts file, it says click browse and upload your custom CSRts file. Any other file apart from CSRts file will lead to the errors as we are seeing in this particular situation, like invalid key store format. It will tell us about problem accessing the trust store. So to correct it out, we just need to create or we'll need to generate the correct CS search file based with this particular steps. Now, to get a particular CS search file, you will have to come to applying security certificates page, and as you can see, download a CS search file. Once you click over here, it will redirect you to download this particular file. Once the CS search is available, you will just need to run this particular key tool commands, and the keys which are available or the certificates which are available with you, you will just need to provide that particular inputs. Once you run that, your certificate will be inserted into the CS search file, and then this CS search file you will need to apply in the CS search file option of your pipeline. Build of this particular pipeline, you can upload the correct CS search file which is available with you. Once you apply that, your pipeline will get through.